Hi, welcome. In this video, I want to talk about the issue with narcissism, and this is a word you hear a lot, on social media. And I want to talk about, how I see this issue, but from a Christian perspective. And the longer I go in my journey as a Christian, the more I kind of see things through a certain lens. And I would like to think that that's a good thing. And the reason is, again, I talk about, you hear this word thrown around like narcissism. Number one is a lot of people who I find that talk about this issue oftentimes are talking about from a place of hurt, from a place of receiving, pain, or experiencing somebody who's betrayed them or has treated them badly in the relationship, and so have experienced the damage from people that are very much self-focused individuals. And this label oftentimes really for a lot of people means that people can't change, and that it's kind of like if you're a narcissist, there's no hope for you. And you get to the level of what's called a malignant narcissist. Well, that's like really bad. And but I see more of this, and I see everything more from a spiritual lens. And this is where you talk about like the enemy being all over certain people. I believe that, because even if you look at this issue, there's certain commonalities, okay? And there's certain things too I've seen that really cause you to pause and say, that is very interesting. The level of just some of these individuals, just like evil, like really dark stuff. And but when I talk about, or how I see how God talked about, what we see as labeled as in from a secular perspective, like narcissism, even certain personality issues, I see it from the lens of God described it as, and again, it goes to the characteristics, especially in the end times, talks about certain things that are going to be more pervasive, such as, but the first thing on that list is lovers of self. But what does that sound like? Lovers of self. Well, narcissism, right? Lovers of self. We're in love with ourselves. But the reason I think, or I believe that seeing it through this lens is actually offers hope, is that with God and through God, there's always hope of change, and people can change. And we've all of us, at some point in our lives, have been probably prideful and arrogant and selfish, hurt other people. But does that define who we are? Like, we may have moments of that, but I say like Christ can change anyone. I mean, if we're willing to accept and believe and turn away from. It gives us a different heart. God can change our heart, our hard heart. And so all to say that for these issues, for me, there's always hope. And a lot of times, this is a fallen world. We're broken. And, but through that lens of God, how God sees us, I think that's a great thing. But again, I would just really encourage people to think about how God sees us. We can be selfish or hurt other people, but does that mean that's just who we are? Through Christ, absolutely not. Thanks for watching.